purpose and the expectation on its members, the peoples, as well as the government of the countries.
Considering the absence of human rights, that two human acts that revolt human world, people would like to be free to speak and believe, free from terror and misery.
Prohibiting the free exercise of religion, limiting freedom of expression, limit freedom peaceful association, limit peaceful freedom, limiting the right to make petition of the government.
My friends and me will show for you case of history of humanity, show for us of the Miss of Liberty. Now I will show the case of Miss of religious liberty, or Miss of intellectual freedom or civil freedom. The religious fascism has created the most bloodiest wars of history humanity. All of us have different shades to see the world. And because this, we need to respect all different religions and all different shades to see the world. And because this, my friends Mark and Gabriela will show for you what the religious fascism has created to the history of humanity.
They was hunted and imprisoned by the Inquisition by negligence of the king, who saw that the order of Templars worshipped other gods because at that time freedom of religion was forbidden, and soon after was killed.
Revolution was a conflict in England between the monarch and the parliament. Carlos I did not accept the political intervention and governed moved by his interests.
I have a dream. That the black man and white man should walk in a brotherhood and sit at the same table of peace. What just had now is part of Martin Luther King's speech. And with this, we can prove that if we miss the civil liberty, we miss all the same liberties, like religious liberty. Now, José and Julia will talk about the myth of liberties. What this do with us?
My name is José Carlos, and I talk about Martin Luther King Jr. Martin Luther King Jr. was born 15 January 1929 in Atlanta, and died 4 April the 1968. Martin Luther King had 4 children in your life, yeah. And your mother called herself Alberta Williams King, and your father is Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King Jr. Is North America. Martin Luther King was a Protestant pastor and American political activist. They became one of the most important leaders of the Black civil rights movement in United States.
The dictatorial regimes of the Second World War. Nazism, created in 1933 in Germany and led by Hitler. Fascism, created in 1921 in Italy and led by Mussolini. Salazarism, created in 1926 in Portugal and led by Salazar. And Franco, created in 1939 in Spain and led by Francisco Franco. The main ones being Nazism and Fascism.
The sweet intellectual freedom. Without this freedom, people become mercy of people with power. The lack of this freedom are involved in all possible conflicts of humanity history. And because this now, Anna and Juliana will show for you case that history proves for us that the myths of this liberty can do.
Which of selling refers to the episode in North America on the last Duke names by witchcraft in October 1692. The free of witchcraft began when a stave named Tituba told some voodoo stories and then her friends read nightmares. One doctor said they were bent. Tituba documents were made before Samuel, who said it was really it chant. Later, Samuel confessed that his sentences were wrong.
The recent Chilean history is marked by the military coup of 11th of September of 1973 that originated the long dictatorship of the General Augusto Pinochet. Each situation where there is a traumatic past, the memorial and testimonies of who have suffered from state terrorism are fundamental source for a thorough understanding of these dictatorial periods.
I'm sorry, but I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world, there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful, but we have lost the way. Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much and feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent, and all will be lost. The aeroplane and the radio have brought us closer together. The very nature of these inventions cries out for the goodness in men, cries out for universal brotherhood, for the unity of us all. Even now, my voice is reaching millions throughout the world. Millions of despairing men, women, and little children, victims of a system that makes men torture and imprison innocent people. To those who can hear me, I say, do not despair. The misery that is now upon us is but the passing of greed, the bitterness of men who fear the way of human progress. The hate of men will pass, and dictators die, and the power they took from the people will return to the people. And so long as men die, liberty will never perish. Soldiers, don't give yourselves to brutes, men who despise you, enslave you, who regiment your lives, tell you what to do, what to think, and what to feel, who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men, machine men with machine minds and machine hearts. You are not machines, you are not cattle, you are men. You have the love of humanity in your hearts. You don't hate, only the unloved hate, the unloved and the unnatural. Soldiers, don't fight for slavery, fight for liberty. In the 17th chapter of St. Luke it is written, the kingdom of God is within man, not one man nor a group of men, but in all men, in you. You, the people, have the power to create machines, the power to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Then in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us all unite. Let us fight for a new world, a decent world, that will give men a chance to work, that will give youth a future and old age a security. By the promise of these things, brutes have risen to power, but they lie. They do not fulfill that promise. They never will. Dictators free themselves, but they enslave the people. Now let us fight to fulfill that promise. Let us fight to free the world, to do away with national barriers, to do away with greed, with hate and intolerance. Let us fight for a world of reason, a world where science and progress will lead to all men's happiness. Soldiers, in the name of democracy, let us all unite!